and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. And y'all know we're here every single Saturday, okay? And I'm not alone, but we are here to talk the shy. And before I get off into it and we look at the comment section and see who's already in the building, let me bring up my illustrious co-host on today.
Man, Ashley making it sexy on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear that intro? Where y'all know where you be getting these sounds from, man? You be finding these crazy
I
told you. That was almost Afro beats. You know what I mean? I was feeling it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was, like the Afro beats.
It was jazz, Afro beats, was kind of like, a cute little mix.
I was like, all right, let's go. What up, family? What up, family? We are back. What's good? I see y'all in the chat. What's up, Ashley? We back once again.
What's up? How are you feeling today? What's the vibe? What did you think about this episode overall? And then we'll get to the chat.
Look, with that music, it just made me feel real sexy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the sexy people out there. If you sexy, I want you to put a 7 in the chat. Hit that like button too if you're feeling sexy right now, because that music just wow. But honestly,
watch out, he about to unbutton a couple other buttons, so just be mindful.
The mic is in the way. I gotta leave the side, like, because I gotta rock my gold, because like this city of gold, right? Okay, so every now and then you're gonna hear all right, so y'all know what that means. When I go put a 7 in the chat. Okay, so you know your boy off the chain. City of gold. What did I think about it? Rocking the gold. I'm gonna have to give it a 6.5, yo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 6.5. Borderline 6, yo. Borderline 6. It wasn't really climactal. It wasn't really like, yo. It was a lot of dialogue, and I understand we got to set this up, so I'll give it a 6.5. What did you give me?
Yeah, it's about a 5.5, a 6. I was like, okay, y'all. I had to watch it 3 times. Because I was just like, it was a little bit of a snooze fest. Okay. Yep. And I just don't know if I like where things are going. This episode gave super predictable, and I didn't really like that. I want to be surprised, Jay. You know what I'm saying? I want to be I was able to clutch my pearls, so we have a ton of things to talk about, but nevertheless, we still have a ton to talk about. But let's see who's in the building. I think the award goes to DeMarcus today. First one in the building. Hey, DeMarcus. And then right behind him, we have my good sis, LaToya from Johnny May Cochran and Associates. Okay, my partner there. Everyone come on in, hit that like, share, subscribe button, hit all of the things, okay? Hit them all. Hit them all. Courtney Harrison in the building.
What up?
What's up? Hey, sis, we miss you today. Next week, though. Next week, you'll be back. Hey, Tremaine. Welcome. Want to make sure. Okay, the sexy people are here. The sexy people are in.
Hit that 7. Yeah. Play that beat again.
Kenny said, I'm sexy and I know it. All right. Courtney said 4. I don't know where the 4. Did you give a 4 option, Jay? Was there a 4?
He gave a rating. That's his rating.
Oh, okay. Oh, of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Y'all do that for me, because I know there's a ton of 7s, and I know that's if you're sexy, if you know it. Marcus said an 8. So what's everyone's rating for this episode? Drop it in the chat. But I got slides, Jay.
Yeah.
I can't help myself.
I was being nice with that 6, though. I was, to be honest.
That's why I said a 5. Strong 5. And Lillian Cherry agrees. 5. Only good thing I liked about the episode is Douda going on a spiral. Yes, and we are going to get all up in that. But let's go ahead and get into the episode. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. But before we go far, I have a question, and there's a poll in my chat, okay? And I want to know from you guys, who will reign victorious, okay? Because it's coming down to the wire. We saw in this episode allegiances being made, okay? Listen, we see someone seemingly getting all of the power, and I want you guys to vote. Who will reign supreme? Is it Douda? Is it Alicia? Or could it be someone else that we haven't quite met yet? Jay, what you think?
I'm gonna say I vote for Pastor Zeke of my new church of New Hope and Prosperity, because ever since, I've been looking for, a church home, and I started work for him, and I have more money in my pocket than I ever had before.
Listen, I tried to, and Jay, I know you're a stickler for this. These slides may or may not be in order because I tried something different today. Okay. So don't be like, oh, Ashley, that came before this, that came.
I'm gonna be like that. So I'm like, wait a minute, because the old man, I try to map it in my head. I'm an old man. I try to map it. When you throw off the map, I'm like, what the hell? But I got you.
We're gonna get it how we live. Okay. And it looks mixed in the chat, y'all. Okay, Team Douda all day. Alicia will take the crown. It's Alicia, baby, or Rob for real. Hey, Mo Media. Let's see. No, Jay. I rebuke that.
You don't want me to go to church? You don't want me to go to the New Hope and get some money? Well, I can get money like Papa. Come on.
Hey, Brees, what's going on, sis? Okay, let's see. Alicia got it. All right, but be sure to vote in the poll, you guys, and let us know, and we'll look at it at the end of this. So, Jay, I know that the title of the episode was City of Gold, but everywhere I saw was danger and warnings.
Ooh, wow.
Everybody was giving warnings out. Alicia was giving warnings out. Kenya was giving warnings out. It was just danger, caution, warning, stop. Did you feel that while you were watching this episode too? Or was it just me?
The whole episode was a red flag to me. You know what I'm saying? The whole episode was like, you better do this, or you better do that, or you better find out what's going on with this baby father. You better find out, it was like all set up. So I agree with you. Yeah, whole bunch of warnings, whole bunch of red flags, whole bunch of, you better watch out now. You better watch out for that lady Alicia. Her business ain't as, good as you think it is. So yeah. Definitely a lot of warnings. I agree.
Yeah. And what's so sad about it is that I don't think any of the folks are going to take heed. I really don't. They said this, be warned, but I'm still going to do it. Right.
But if they did, we wouldn't have a show, right? We wouldn't have a show.
I mean, I just need one smart person in a bunch. That's all I need, Jay. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
So, episode opens, right? And this is one of the first scenes, not the very first scene, but one of the first scenes. And we saw, of course, Tiff preparing for opening night, and we see Emmett in there. Now, Tiff, get me in to see Alicia. And we know Emmett gonna do one thing. He's gonna run his mouth and tell all his business. So he lets Tiff know, Douda made a deal with me to take out Alicia. And Tiff says, but baby, you can't take out my mother-in-law. Like, you can't you can't take out Alicia. He said, well, get me in to meet her. I'm gonna tell her everything. And she said, well, you don't want to do that either, Emmett. What did you think of this exchange, Jay? What were your feelings? What'd you feel?
Well, I just want to say we were totally wrong on the prediction, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Again,
what did we say, Jay? What did we say?
I think we said it was about him finding out that Douda was down with the business and he had a problem with it, so he was going there to complain to her, to warn her and all this and that. It wasn't about Alicia at all. But this is his only option, right? I gotta go to her. She hates him just as much as I hate him, just as much as we hate him. And she gave fair warning. She's like, yo, be careful, but you need to link up with her. You need to link up with her because she already sees how powerful she really is. You know what I mean? So yeah, this was a good plan by Tiff, but of course, like we know what happens with the rest. So it was okay. It was all right.
Yeah, you know.
Thanks.
This is what the episode opened. And that's why the music is fitting. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why our music, and let me just give y'all a little taste if y'all were late into the building. I have it right here.
Give them a taste.
You know what I'm saying? Let's bring it up.
Oh yeah. Get it for the shy. Douda, all up in them gut. Douda.
They don't know how to act, y'all, and I'm not going to encourage this behavior. But basically, where's my permit, daddy? This is all transactional. We have Tony Childs, aka Bianca, and Douda giving her Well, she's giving Douda a taste. I'm gonna just say that. And he's going to town. He's doing his good work there, seemingly by the looks on her face. And sharing their lovey-dovey moment. But Daddy, I need that permit. What did you think of this interaction, Jay?
First, shout out to Bianca with not the old face, but the ooh face. You know what I'm saying? Put that 7 in the chat. Hit that like button. This was a weird transaction because I did not imagine seeing Douda going down like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was a eater, a muncher. I didn't know he was a muncher like that. You know what I'm saying? But he did what he had to do. I mean, how transactional was that? Like, she's the one that received. So I don't know what the transaction was. Maybe she gave him some before that, and we just,
baby,
I don't think so.
Douda is an old school fool. He don't have the mangups, honey.
I ain't know the boy was a muncher.
Eats, tastes, lick, it does all the things. We're gonna keep it PG, but Douda,
she the one that got most of it all. Like she got the munching and she got the permit. So what type of transaction we got here? I mean, maybe that's his fetish.
It's a mutual beneficial arrangement. You know what I mean? So maybe this time that was the thing. But last time, maybe it wasn't. Let's see.
Let me just eat on it. All right.
Bree says, at this point, everyone is walking red flags. Everybody, yes, sis, absolutely. Yep. Latoya says, Emmett is finally using his brain. DeMarcus says, Tiff is feeling Alicia a little bit. She absolutely is. And I think Alicia is doing some work to put Tiffany in a better position. So, I see Chocolate City.
Ow.
Lord have mercy. I know. Douda getting the FaceTime with Bianca. Absolutely.
Jeez. Mr. Muncher.
Full on FaceTime. Candy says transactional was floating around this episode. Absolutely.
Yep.
That could have been a title too. Transactions. Jay, he did it to his wife.
Oh, he did.
Douda did it to Tracy too, didn't he?
You remember that, huh, Latoya, huh? You remember all the scenes? I bet you do, man. I bet you do.
Don't do her. Don't.
She doing us.
DeMarcus says Douda hitting that munching crunch on B. You know what? I'm not going to do this.
Put that 7 in the chat.
I'm going to be mindful next time. I hope. And I'm going to be mindful of the music choice. I didn't know it was going to have this.
You ain't know it was going to go this way. You had no idea. You'll be throwing all the sexy music like that. You know what I'm saying?
I be trying to keep it saved and sanctified. Douda munched candy, then fed her pizza. He been doing that. Okay, TP. Okay, let's
get some 7s.
He's on down the road. And so later in the episode, we kind of see what that scene was where Douda came with the flowers and Tiff actually, after meeting with Emmett, getting her little signature pre-rolls ready, goes out and she sees them acting like teenagers. Douda and Tony Childs are in the restaurant hunching on the bench, right? And so she, of course, confronts Tony Childs and is like, listen, I don't want him to have any parts of this business. I can't deal with Douda. And she's like, baby girl, this is our business. That's transactional. Now, one thing about it, 2 things for sure. Don't tell Tiffany anything you don't want the world to know. Okay.
Right.
Because I said, Tiffany, I thought in my mind, Jay, I said, she's not going to do that. She's not going to say what.
And what'd you say? And did. Yep, she did.
And did. And so next thing we see, Douda's bringing flowers. And Tiff is like, what you doing here? I don't want you to part around me. And Douda's like, girl, give me them flowers back. I don't even trust you.
Hold up. That was a good, impersonation of Tiff. That was good.
I'm following your lead, Jay. I'm not doing your impersonation.
Get out of here. I like that. That was good. Get out of here. That was good. That was good. That was good. Hit the like button. That was good. Good job.
And so Tiff basically is like, dude, she don't even like you like that for real. Like, and he got in his feelings. What did you think about this, Jay? Did you expect Douda to get in his feelings like that so quickly?
Well, first off, let's run it back a little bit. You don't never say to nobody, you don't even know Tiff like that, Bianca. You don't never say, don't worry about it. It's just transactional. You don't say that to nobody, period. Because if it get back to Douda, it's going to change a couple things. You know what I mean? So I was kind of mad at Bianca for even saying that. I know she was trying to pacify, bring it down so she won't be so excited because Douda's around. I get it. But him getting in his feelings, yeah, because I think, him being blocked by my wife.
Tracy.
That's right. My wife, Tracy, you know what I'm saying? We need to bring her back. What's wrong, child? I don't see my Tracy on the show. Yo, bring her back on the show. But anyway, yeah, he's looking for the next Tracy. He getting it on. He crunched and munched and crunch. He getting it on in the corner right there. So he think he got a real relationship going on. And when he hear from trifling ass Tiffany, this is old Tiffany right here. She's old trifling ass Tiffany just trying to take a stab. Like, she don't like you like that. She told me it's transactional. You so trifling, Tiff. And it comes back to bite you in the end. But yes, okay, going to your question. Getting in his feelings. Yes and no. Like I said, I think he thought he was in a real relationship. He thought it was all good. And then at the same time, we know your boy is kind of sensitive right now because he think people, oh, you need my button? Oh, yeah, Duda getting a little sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to take him out. His business ain't going as well as it should. He getting rejected by Tiff. He knows that Alicia's after him. He knows that the feds are on this case, right? Possibly gonna find out what's going on with Q, right? So he's under a lot of pressure. So he needs Bianca as his safe space. And to find out that she's not a safe space, oh, it's just transactional. I'm just, he just eating my stuff. Like, what? Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
I just felt like Tiffany, that's just not a player move for your business. No. If you really have this business acumen, as you proclaim, you would know you're not going to be messy like that with the boss lady, the lady who just let you in on her business.
Right.
And you guys are about to be selling $5,000 boxes, but we'll get in. Like, come on, sis. Like, you got to be smarter than your average bear because it's going to get back to her.
Chicago Bears.
Right.
Good reference.
Along.
That was good.
You like
you
that?
See that? You see, you know what I'm saying? Listen, my partner got rhymes. She got bars. You know what I'm saying? She got average bear, Chicago Bears. You know what I'm saying? I like the similes and the metaphors. You know what I'm saying? She be kicking it. You got me get my thing out. You know what I'm saying?
He's got his fake sig, y'all. Okay. Now, trauma bonded. That's what I entitled this slide because we finally see, right? Yeah. After the pressure had been laid down, Britney going to see Bakari. And while I don't like her motives, my good sis told him the truth. What did you think, Jay? What did you think about this situation, this scene? Britney there telling Bakari, man, don't do nothing with that book. Take all that stuff out. Why are you writing it? What you think?
Yeah. This was a good reveal. This gives us a little bit more depth and more context as to what the relationship was. And, how she went away, didn't come back to get him out of the whole foster care thing. And, it was some good advice. Your boy, he's really trying to change. He's really trying to turn over a new leaf and go in a different direction. And she's like, bruh, like for real, bruh, we don't need no paperwork, bro. Like, yo, chill. Like, you gonna talk about you taking out the dude that took out Cookie? Why would you do that, bro? Like, chill, like, relax, chill. Okay. And then he said, okay. And then turn around and he does it. Like, what? Bruh.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And what I felt in this scene, because I actually felt some kind of way watching it. I was just like, these are just really two broken babies. They are just both so broken because you could tell as they were kind of having the conversation and tiptoeing around the past, there were moments where she froze up. There were moments where he froze up that were super uncomfortable. So what my hope is, and I hope Lena in the writer's room really delve deeply into their past. I want to know what happened. I want to know why Britney is the way she is. And we're learning more about why Bakari is the way he is, but I want that to come full circle.
Yeah.
Because he was like, did you do it like you used to? And I was like, what's she used to do?
Well, she said I could take care of myself, right? So she probably was fighting people off, knocking dudes out, like pow, pow, you know what I'm saying? And then they bounced her out of there. So once they took her out, he was like, yo, you left me, you ain't come back for me. So she could probably handle her own, you know what I'm saying? She probably know how to squabble. I think she know how to squabble.
Do you think she feels guilt from that? Because that's what I was picking up. I was like, she feels some shame, some guilt, something behind that.
Yeah, she felt bad. She said it. She's like, I'm sorry I didn't come back to get you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you could have, though. You could have came back. Like, I missed you. You know what I mean? So, we find out she's a little bit older, too. So she was the oldest sibling in the deal. So yeah.
Here. Okay, DeMarcus says Bianca is teaching Tiff the business game. Well, she trying. Just when I started liking Tiff a little, there she go being messy. Can't help it.
Always messy.
Tiff gotta learn to hush up, gal, sooner than later. If not, she's gonna lose a lot. Exactly. Don't talk about anything that doesn't belong to you, especially when the paper's involved. We're not doing that. Douda falling for Bianca. Listen, Tony Childs will do that to a man.
That's what the P be doing.
Douda was in his feelings this episode too. All episode, Douda was shook and sad, and we'll get into it. I rock with Tiff. However, Douda will not see Tiff coming if Tiff takes out Douda. That's that theory, and Alicia would love Tiff for that.
Yeah.
Douda has got to go. I love the actor, but I've got bored with him. We need another villain. Yes, because right now we just hate him. I used to like him a little bit, and I just think he's the most terrible thing. Tiff is a rookie, absolutely. Tremaine says, got my Douda turned into an alcoholic from off.
He's stressed out. Who is it? Who is it? The old man.
Oh my goodness, bruh. The only reason he called it a book is because he don't want her to know it's a journal.
Either way, writing stuff down on paper. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like that paper trail.
Notice he changed the topic when she said journal, and for good reason. She would tell Douda. Absolutely. And did. Absolutely. I want to know what happened to him and fought. That's what I want to know. I hope it all comes out. Britney threw Bakari under the bus with Douda. Yeah, we'll definitely get to that. Amen. Amen. Okay. I wonder if Britney has like brother, like sister, like brother. We shall see. All right, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Heifer, you talk too much.
You love that word, boy. You call the first lady heifer.
A raggedy heifer. What I said, a raggedy heifer.
Heifer Saturdays. It's Heifer Saturdays with my sweet perspective.
Yeah. But why are you running your mouth? Because we saw what Candy call them, strong back. Either EJ or Candy calls Douda strong back, and we saw the strong back today. We got about that bed and put them draws on. I spared you, Jay, and didn't put that.
Thank you very much, because I don't want to see that.
But I wanted to, because after he left her in the bed of their lovemaking, right? She says, don't you want to cuddle? Don't you want to cuddle me? Don't you want to cuddle? And he said, this is just a transaction, remember? So as soon as they get to this alumni dinner for the school, whatever it is that Alicia has brought Tiff to, of course, Bianca's there. And she's like, Tiff, you talk too much. That's not what the ladies of this caliber do. We're about our business. Okay. We talk bread. What did you think about this interaction, Jay?
I mean, look, we know where Tiff is from, right? We know she from the street. We know she trying to step up. Right. And she has. She started her own business, weed business. She's been doing it for a while. Right. Now she's in a different realm. So in this realm, you got to learn behaviors. OK, she's getting taught a lesson right here. So this had to happen in order for her to learn not to run your mouth, that this is a sisterhood, that y'all look out for each other, that y'all do favors for each other. And this is how you keep the circle tight. You don't run your mouth to the next man or run your mouth about somebody that's trying to put bread in your pocket. So this was the ultimate lesson for Tiff. She is definitely learning. Of course, she apologized. She has no other choice. I mean, when you selling joints for five G's, man, a whole case, signature case and all of this. And I'm like, man, like she hooked it up. It went from, yo, this is some good stuff to, yo, this is 5 G's for this box right here. Like you turn like, you know what I'm saying, like a $1,000 transaction into $5,000. Like, come on, man. Like you messing up the bread. So keep your mouth shut. Shut up. Don't tell nobody else been into nobody else just because you mad at that person. You know what I'm saying? You just hurt Bianca. You just hurt like any other transaction that's happening. So now she got to go above Douda and do some other stuff. We'll talk about that.
That part. Yeah. And I mean, Tiff said sorry. And Pony Childs looked back and said, yes, you are. Lord have mercy. I was like, child, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Bree says, I think Douda's gonna take out Britney, leading Bakari to take out Douda. Is that what it's gonna take? And I don't get Bakari either. Courtney, what don't you get about Bakari? I wonder if Britney, okay, we said that. Tiff is going to be a boss in the future. She's going to take Alicia's spot. Okay, everyone says she's being groomed for that.
That's
Mo
cool.
Media says, if Britney has a body, we know she moves silent because we ain't heard it, not a single thing.
Yeah.
Embarrassing for Tiff. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yep, that doesn't belong to Bianca's business. Okay, and DeMarcus says Alicia has Judge Edwards in her pocket and she could throw Douda in prison because of the okay. We should have went that way a long time ago then.
Right.
Tiff messed up Alicia's plan when Tiff told Douda it was just a transaction. Absolutely. Because we know the thing about, well, all of us, but men especially, pride is a son of a gun. That ego and that pride, because not only am I a transaction, but you done told everybody else that. You done told Tiff that? Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, man. You know, when you get in the P for free, okay, the man will do anything for the P. Now, when you mess around with the man's P, all right, he getting it, he munching on it. Like, don't mess with that man. Let that man be. Because if y'all got plans, like Alicia got a whole plan to take this dude out. You know what I mean? So just shut the hell up. That's it. That's it.
Let that man and his pee alone, right? Let it alone.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow. All right.
Next. Next. New partner, new product. So this, I think we may have gotten right because I actually remember us saying it had to be Douda or Nuck, right? That was coming in. Okay,
yeah, we got it wrong. We got it wrong because we said it was either Douda or Alonzo. We didn't say it was Nuck. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. We don't get it all right, but I love that part. That's the fun part. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we got it wrong because we find out it's Nuck if you buck. You know what I'm saying?
And so he there, when we saw at the bar, we did get that part right because he was talking to Tiff like, "Where's my money? What's the cut? How we do tonight? How we do tonight?" Sis. And so they're looking at him like, what does he think he's going to do? On the right side of the screen, we see the $5,000 boxes and the prospect for greater prosperity. Okay, now this is where the gold comes in. What did you think about Tiff's response to Nuck? Is this going to be problematic? Is Alicia going to have to eliminate him? What you think?
Well, I was saying a while ago that, you know, remember they had a discussion, Rob and Nuck, and it was in the parking lot. You was like, was this necessary? Remember you asked that question? I was like, yeah, this is necessary because what we're doing is we're setting up Nuck so he'll get comfortable enough so Alicia could take him out and get him out of here. So that was all a setup. So this right here, this is all a setup. They're going to let him rock for a little bit. And just like Alicia said, every contract can be negotiated, man. And then he goes, not this one. And in her mind, I saw it in her mind. I saw her say this. I saw her say, well, yeah, we gonna see, man. You know what I'm saying? I got the new head of security. You know what I'm saying? I got Shad Shaft. All right, we coming after your ass. Look, we coming.
He didn't give him a name. Shad Shaft. Lord have mercy. Alicia is a perfect mix of Lady May and Brandy. Honey, that Lady May. If y'all don't watch Greenleaf. Yeah, if y'all didn't watch Greenleaf. Go watch it. Candy says Nuck blockhead is fine. Big fine. Big fine. That's what makes it a travesty. That's what makes it
insult him and compliment him at this. Man, y'all so creative. Us black like people. That. Yeah. I love it.
Alicia going to delete Nuck. It is 9 times out of 10. Guaranteed. Yep. Absolutely. Okay, let's ease on down this road. Let's see what's next.
What's next?
Okay. Oh.
Man.
Britney in the hot seat. She in the studio with no sound, right? Trying to.
She's like,
dude, yeah, Bob. And I was like, what? I guess she had her inner ears on in the box or whatever.
She had the headphones off. Nuck took it off. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Douda was Douda was up in there. I paid you $30,000 to spy on your brother. What's happening, Captain? Well, he's writing a book.
So,
what'd you think?
So let's get back to how he found out she was making music, right? Let's get to that, right? So your boy was fixing up the car, and again, I'm seeing signs of Douda, and I think you said this too, that your boy Douda wants to be a father. He wants to be a mentor, right? He's fixing the car with Zay. He's like, all right, boom, boom, boom. But then Britney's song comes on the radio, right? And then he's like, yo, How's she doing songs, but she ain't giving us? He was dry snitching. Like, why you dry snitching, Zeke? You know what I'm saying? Let her live. She ain't give us no information on Bakari. You such a freaking snitch, Zay. Right? So here we go. Why $30,000? Like, it take that much? Like, you could have gave me 10. I would have, hey man, you know, my brother just took a dump. My brother just went to the bathroom. My brother just ate some cereal. What you want me to tell you? You know what I'm saying? Like, give me whatever. But I think she got caught up. I think she got caught up with Gemma. I think she got caught up with doing her music. And she's like, yeah, you know, it got to be a front. It got to be a front or they don't, you know, they going to find me out. He's like, listen, man, give me some stuff. But the whole book thing, is he using names? I told him not to do it. You know, they all snitches. Zay, Britney. But I think there's going to be a twist to this thing. Yeah. I think there's going to be a twist because she loves her brother. I'm seeing that she really, really loves her brother for real. You know, even though she told him about the journal, or the book or whatever.
Here's the thing, Jay. What information is Douda hoping to glean for $30,000 from Bakari? Bakari is not a mastermind, like manipulator trying to take over his business. Other than the father-son angle, why is Douda so invested in Bakari and what he's doing outside of the business, right? Because Bakari comes to him later, and we'll talk about that in that slide. Yeah. But it's like, what is the real motivation? Why pay her $30,000 to spy on Bakari?
I think it's because he knows that Bakari is playing both sides of civilian and thug. And when you play both sides like that, and you a young boy, and you talking, he don't want nobody to talk. He don't want no loose ends. That's why he's on edge, because Douda knows that he took out some people. Douda knows that, you know, he's done a lot of things. Douda knows that Bakari knows that he took out the Pastor Jackson. If that gets out and Bakari snitches, Douda's definitely going down. So I think he's keeping tabs on him because Bakari knows too much. And Bakari is moving in another direction, and he knows that. So I think that's why he's on edge, and that's why he's paying his sister to spy on him.
Okay. Read a comment on the screen, Jay. Read that.
Douda rolled up like Suge Knight. He sure did. Got the red jacket too. You know what I mean?
Not Britney on mucking with Douda. She's gonna get her water cut off. Ooh.
Yep.
The Shy's Britney is the version of Raising Kanan's jukebox. Jukebox musically. Zay threw Britney under the bus and did. Absolutely, Jay.
Salute.
You know what? Zay can his character is doing nothing for me. We'll get to him. Okay. Why are you asking him? You're supposed to know Zay. Snitches get stitches.
Real.
They say Zay should never be talking about certain things that wasn't his either. Everybody talks about everything. Zay and Britney and Tiff, good for exposing people.
Oh, yeah.
Lillian says, Bakari going to know Britney told Douda because he only told Lene and Shad, and they don't talk to Douda.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody was being sloppy. Everybody was being sloppy. All right. Think in Douda's eyes, Bakari could be Jake's replacement for a son. That's what I said earlier. That's what I thought too.
You did.
Bakari is like Michael from The Wire. He's an outsider. Don't tell me, TP. I still ain't watched The Wire. Come on, guys. I never understood why he chose Britney to spy on Bakari. They haven't seen each other in years, so why would he trust her? Good.
Because he can't pay nobody else that he trusts, right?
Now this got me, Jay. Can I be honest with you? This one got me. So the baby has an unusual cry. Kiesha's nervous. She's a first-time mom, so she wants to rush baby in. She and Emmett go. Doctor's like, "What's the family history?" Okay. Man. Emmett, he's like, "Well, I'm not the father."
That was rough.
And Kiesha was like, "Okay." And then the doctor said, "Well, what happened in the prenatal, visits?" And she said, "I didn't have no prenatal visits." Then the doctor says, "Well, do you know, ma'am? Do you know who the baby father is?"
And then we do the flashback.
And it wasn't funny, but it was funny just how he said it. But I really, in this moment, wanted Emmett to try to cover her or do something to kind of shield her from that. That might be unrealistic because that kind of trauma is not everyone's trauma. But these are real things, real issues, right? And so while they're there doing that, Nuck and Douda with no boundaries come right in, snatch him up, have a display. And later we see Kiesha go to Fatima because Fatima has a way of finding things out. What did you think about this whole arc with Kiesha, Emmett, the baby, all that?
Yeah, so I think Emmett did the best that he could because if you go back to that season 3, I believe the whole season was about Kiesha, right? And then after that, the aftermath. The aftermath was Emmett actually being there and helping her get out from under the trauma of what she went through. But we had to deal with this reality. The reality is that your perpetrator, whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm saying, impregnated you, you decide to have a baby, and here we go. Here we are with this reality. Like, we don't know what's going on. And I feel sorry for little Ronnie. And I feel sorry for Kiesha too. I feel sorry for the whole family. It's just that you have no idea of what's going on with him. No idea. You know, I saw somebody say possibly autism and everything. And then we get to this part, which we kind of predicted. I say we. I might have, but I think we predicted that, yeah, your boy was like, yo, I saw Alicia. She ain't dead. So what you doing? Take care of it. I think we predicted that. And going to, what's her name? Fatima? I mean, I don't know if that's going to work. You know what I'm saying?
How does she know? Does she know the abductors people? I know she's a reporter or journalist. So
well, she says she helps people who deal with, you know, abuse and all of this and that, and she has some connections because she worked for the paper. She may have some connections. I don't know if that's going to work, but I mean, Kiesha is pulling at strings at this point. Like, where does she go to find out, you know, the history? Yeah, you know, I heard somebody say, yeah, you know, she can get the last name of the person and find out, you know, where their family lives and all this and that and try to reach out to them. I heard somebody say that. But Kiesha, she is very, very, very upset. Like, she doesn't know what to do. So this is, you know, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. I hope Fatima can help. I hope it can work out. And I hope that, yeah, you know, your boy, you know, we're going to see what happens with Alicia. We're going to talk about that.
Read that comment for me, Jay, from Lillian.
I can't read. What are you talking about? Why are you asking me to read? Shah showed symbolism because when the doctor asked about the baby's dad, they cut to Nuck. That's why I think he's the baby's daddy.
Plot twist, you think? Is it?
That's interesting. I don't think so, but that's interesting. I mean, yeah, they were together. They were together before she got snatched up. But this dude had in a basement just going to town on her, bruh. Like, going in. Raw dog, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to get so graphic. I just remember how sad that season was because I watched the whole season and like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? I hope she gets out. So, you know, I don't know. It's a possibility, but I don't know.
Yeah, DeMarcus is saying it too. Like, this could be Nuck's baby. Now, that would be a plot twist. I mean, hey.
That would be really good, though, for TV. It would be.
She was hunching him, right? I mean, well, not to her will. He was like a substitute teacher or something. He was something, wasn't he?
Predator, man.
But I think, you know, you go to vital statistics, honey. You know, every city, state has one. You look them up. You look up his medical record. You do what you can. You know what I mean? you do what you can. Hey, Young. Kiesha had no business having that baby. This was the last season I watched The Chi. Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one to look at that baby every day as a reminder of that trauma.
Yeah, but then she flipped it though. She flipped it because that's why she named him Ronnie, because Ronnie's the one that saved him. So that was the reminder that she was saved by Ronnie. Like, Ronnie's last good deed was to save Kiesha. You know what I mean? So I hear what you're saying though.
Yeah, it was brave of her to do. A lot of women wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
And the way she loves that baby down and sacrificed for him.
She could have gave the baby out to what's her name? The cook, the vegan cook.
Lord, just
Brown. What's her name? Brown. Yeah, I love her.
Talking about Lala?
Nah, remember the lady that was trying to adopt the baby, and then Kiesha decided not to, and to keep Ronnie.
Yes. Who had all the money? Who was
yeah.
Like Tabitha Brown. Yeah,
Tabitha Brown. Yeah, I love Tabitha Brown. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to her.
DeMarcus says, very ironic that Omari kidnapped Kiesha and Curtis was the track coach smashing Kiesha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shouldn't they have? They should have been had his DNA at the crime lab. You're absolutely right. They
They can
should.
still get that, right?
I would think so. If they well,
they still have that information. Like it's documented, I'm sure.
It should be in somebody's computer system for at least 10 something years.
Well, we at the beginning stages of her trying to figure it out, right? So let's give her a little bit of grace. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
That's the guy she was in relationship with before he took her. So my mind is telling me she should know something about him. They were two different.
No, those are two different dudes.
Yeah. The first coach was absolutely a predator too, just a free predator,
yeah,
right?
He got beat down. We beat his ass down because he was doing some stuff. And then the other guy, this older guy, that was a track coach, is the one that, kidnapped her.
Yeah, I think the baby might have ASD. Is that autism spectrum disorder? Help me, friend. Okay. When the doctor asks you didn't notice any changes and asked for genetic testing. Yeah, I need her to do a Google search and reach out to Dre, your stepmama, because she knows all about that. She's a therapist, a social worker, something. Hey, young.
Is she around?
I mean, call her on the phone. Call her on the cell phone.
Call.
All right. So now we are at Smokey's, honey, and Smokey's not getting any business after the drive-by. So we have Kenya and Papa playing Uno, and Papa reveals some good news, right? He's accepting the position as assistant, and Kenya's like, you sure about that? That's something you want to do? You sure you want to do that? Again, a warning, red alert. Don't do it. But Papa's going to do it. What do you think, Jay?
First of all, I want to shout you out for that dope siren sound effects. Wah, wah, wah. That was dope. It was dope. Shout out to Ashley on that. All right. So, wah, wah. So, warning. Wah, wah. Okay. So, first of all, I want to point out that my man Papa was beating the ass with the draw 4 and the reverse. Come on, man. He was beating the ass. Uno king over here. If y'all want to play Uno, you want to get beat, I'm the king at Uno. Holla at your boy. Okay. So I do not, ma'am. I'm a Christian. I was raised in a church. I'm not a cheater, ma'am. Okay.
You got special rules. You probably lap them up, don't you?
First of all, it's called stacking, and we don't stack. We learned from Uno that you do not stack. But in the hood, everybody stacks. But anyway, yeah, man, that's just messed up, man. Ain't nobody trying to go up in the spot. Like, I ain't trying to get popped. But are you sure you want to take the position? Whoa. Mm-hmm. That was I try to get close to womp, but that ain't gonna work. That was the warning sign right there for real. Like, you sure? Just be careful with my dad. But I do want to point out what she said, though. She was like, when he was like, well, this could be, something new for me, something good for me. She's like, what about your dad? Oh, so your dad was right about my dad, but wrong about me? Mm-hmm. Like, you contradicting yourself, boy. Like, come on, man. But she was like, it's all good. Because, I'm messing around with Zay anyway. So, whatever.
But be careful.
Am I glitching?
But be careful.
Am I glitching? No,
you're not glitching at all.
Okay, cool. Okay.
But be careful. And I was like, ooh, she's talking about her own daddy. And that was a double standard right there, right? So I'm not acceptable. You had to cut me completely out of your life. But my dad, because he's offering you a paycheck, and what you are thinking is prosperity and abundance, which is not going to be anything you signed up for. That makes it okay. It felt like a slap in the face to me. I felt Kenya in this, but I think you're right. It's easier to get over now because she has Zay in her back pocket. But yeah, Papa's going down a dark path, and I need him to be aware of that. It seems light, but they say the devil came as an angel of light. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch. You got to watch as well as pray, y'all.
Yeah.
Service announcement. Watch as well as pray. And what do you think about India?
I had to throw that in there. You was preaching.
Preacher. What do you think about India Cox's comment? Do y'all think Kenya still has feelings for Papa? I say she does, slightly.
I say she does also. I agree with you. I also say that Zay is just she knows. Listen, I want to give Kenya credit because I think she's smarter than how she's playing. I think she's well aware of who Zay is, how he gets down, but she still has feelings for your boy. And she's letting Papa, right? So this is what my mama did, right? My mama, she always did this all my life. She gave me enough rope to either become a cowboy or hang myself. So that's what that's what she's doing. She's like, all right, Papa, hey, here's the rope. Go hang on my dad. But if he hang you with it, that's on you. That ain't on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I
You
think,
can't say you didn't get a warning. Can't
yeah,
say
I think,
I didn't warn you.
yeah, she's smart. She's smart. She's smart.
I think so too. And we're going to get into that more a little bit later, honey. We're going to get to these slides though. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Why does he look like Alien Nation right there? Y'all look at Pastor Zeke. I did not doctor this picture. I promise you. This was a picture that I got. Okay. But he looks like Alien Nation. First of all,
What do
when
you
the
mean, my
man
pastor?
was crip walk crumping down the aisle looking like daggum the raggedy doll from Them. Okay.
Ooh,
Them season 2, The Scare. This was scary. It looked very demonic, Jay, to me.
dang.
Him crumping down that aisle like that. Very bizarre, very weird behavior for a worship service. And then, Pastor says, listen, Papa, you're on deck tonight. You got a word for the people. What's the word for the people, Papa? And Papa said, I haven't prepared a thing. And he said, Pastor Zeke said, I'm the Jay-Z of pastors. I don't prepare. I get up there and I say, Lord, tell me what to say. And that's what I do. And so Papa gets up there with this very dry recitation. I'm gonna let you preach, preacher. Okay, you tell us what Papa said up there, and then let's get into this scene.
All right, let's run it. Let's run it back. Amazing Grace. I've never heard a trap version of Amazing Grace. So shout out to the remixer of Amazing Grace. That was a trap. He was in the trap. So when he was crumping like that, you know what I'm saying? He was just dancing. I know in the beginning, like with that image right there, that looks kind of scary. But when they got up there, it was just like, okay,
So why
big
are you
mama.
crumping, sea walking down the aisle, Jay?
Because you know what type of church we at, okay? You know what type of church we at, okay? So this is expected. This is expected, right? So why you diss the pastor? Wolves in sheep's clothing, right? So when he did get up there, and don't forget your boy, Jay came there looking like, yo, what's up? I'm here for you, but I'm looking for the first lady. You know what I'm saying? Two things could be true at the same time. Remember, that's what he said.
It's a wonder she ain't busted open on the desk in her office.
Lord, yeah, we'll get to that, I guess. I don't know. But he ain't know what to say. The Jay-Z line was funny to me. It was super funny. Like, this dude just go off the top of the dome, don't know what the heck he gonna say. Like, God, just give me the message. I'll just say whatever I want. Because at the end of the day, it's all about just y'all giving me money anyway, right? He even interrupted Papa, when he was like, yeah, you need to invest in spiritually. And he was like, and financially, don't forget that one right there. I was like, oh Lord. Oh man, you just giving yourself away. We ain't gonna like you. You are definitely that pastor that's all about money at the end of the day. So it was sad. It was just sad. What up, Tiff? It was just sad. It was just sad to me that Papa's going down this road.
Yeah. And it's a sad representation of what the Black church is in some situations, in some scenarios, right? Like you have this man of God, right, who doesn't even consult the word of God to bring a message. Really? Nope. Like you not in your word at all. Like it's really sad. And have a church full of people.
Yeah, because it's all about perform. He's performative. I think Candy said that. Performative. So he's performing like a preacher. He's not really a actual by the book doctrine teacher at all. It just looks good and sounds good and feels good, and that goes on all throughout the world. If it feels good, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna give all my money, and that's why a lot of people going down, man. It's a shame.
Going down bad too. And so Papa gets up there basically, and his message is the same thing. I was down. I didn't know what to do when my daddy died. And then Pastor Zeke told me it was just all for my making. And now I'm tithing and I've never had more money in my pocket than I have today. Really, Papa?
Oh my God.
Bruh.
Really, Papa?
Now Pastor Stanley's rolling over in his grave. Now he's rolling over in his grave.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it. Papa and Kenya remind me of Kiesha and Christian. I like Christian. He just fell off the face of the earth. He just left. She threw him away. Something in my spirit tells me her dad is the father of her baby. Oh, Jesus. Latoya.
Whoa, hold on.
I can't wrap my head around that.
That her dad is the father of whose baby?
You heard it. Kenya's. You read it? I wouldn't be ready for it.
Latoya, to be honest, that thought did cross my mind. And the reason why, I'm gonna be like, seriously, the reason why is because I'm looking at the first lady and how young she is.
Jesus, Lord.
I mean, if we, again, I had another thought.
Be after Papa, Jay. I'd rather him have
I said that last week.
That's
what I said. That's what I'm
saying. I'd rather that than this.
We getting deep. We getting deep and disgusting at this point. This is, I don't want to see none of that.
It's real life situations, though. This stuff happens in real life. So
right. We don't know who the baby daddy is. We don't know who Kenya's baby daddy is.
We don't know who the baby father is. But I'll tell you what. Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to Zay, and then
maybe that's why she's. Nah, think about it. Maybe that's why she's like, yo, be careful, Papa. Don't trust him so much, Papa. Maybe that's why you might be right, Latoya. Holy moly.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
We gonna watch and see. But we'll remember it, Latoya. We're gonna definitely shout you out if that turns out to be true. Lord, I pray it's not, Lord. How did Zay know that Kenya wasn't in Smokies when he didn't care about who was there? I think Zay is gonna get hurt or unalived if Douda find out what he's. Oh, absolutely. If he find out, it's over for Zay. But the thing of it is, I think like if Zay were to find out that something like that had happened to Kenya, like go on a rampage, and I'd be kind of inclined to see that. When Pastor Ezekiel said he was Jay-Z of pastoring, that was hilarious. It was. Every time he comes on, I see Michael Todd. I didn't say it, but I agree with that. I agree. If Pastor Ezekiel is the Jay-Z of pastoring, that makes Papa Memphis Bleak Lord. Hey, Tiffany TV. Welcome. I thought Kirk in the new was you know what, Candy? I thought Pastor Stanley Ghost was going to be standing in the audience.
Looking at him like.
Now, that would have been a good illusion.
It would. That was a good one, Tremaine. That was a good one, but this ain't Ghost. You know what I'm saying? If it was Ghost, Power Ghost.
He's like Creflo Dollar looking, you know what, y'all? Okay. Girl, EJ, he done got his sounds up. Listen, he doing the most with the sounds. Okay, y'all. We're gonna be here. We ain't gonna be here for 2 hours today. We ain't gonna do it today. All right. So Tiff gets Emmett the meeting that he's been wanting, right? To meet with Alicia and Shad Shaft. Ain't that what you called him, Jay? He's christened Shad Shaft, okay? Escorts him up to a lady Alicia's room, honey, where she is perched, okay? She is perched in the bed, minding her Black-owned business, looking luxurious and fabulous, like peasant. What is it that you want from me, okay? And so Emmett's like, ma'am, I just want to serve you. And she's like, bark like a dog. And he's like, arf, arf, arf. A big dog. And he said, woof, woof, woof.
You did not. No, you will not take a quote from one of my favorite movies and put it here. You're not doing that today. No, you're not going to do that. That was funny, though. He's stupid.
The royal vagina is clean, Your Highness.
Whoa.
Jay, talk to me.
Oh, my God.
Talk to me about what happened.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This is it. I've officially corrupted my sweet perspective. I'm sorry, but she's on the dark side now. Now, anyway, okay, so I don't know if the way she's sitting up like that, I don't know if she just got some. I don't know if your man, Shad Shaft just gave it a shaft real quick and she just recovering right now. You know what I mean? But I want to know why Tiff had to drive him. Like, what you need a babysitter for? Like, you a grown man, drive yourself. Why does Tiff need to be? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe okay. Maybe he didn't know where she lived, so she drove him there. Maybe I'll give her that, right? But Shad Shaft, head of security, doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pat you down, man. You know what I'm saying? Wow, chicka, wow. That's all I hear now. I was waiting to see the jacket, but thank God he ain't wear the jacket. You should not be wearing an outside jacket on the inside. I'm glad they didn't do that to him. But why should I invest in you? I heard Smokies is a ghost town. Well, I'm a good investment. I mean, he sold it. He's like, we both want Douda out of here. You know what I'm saying? And according to Douda, the New York chapter of Smokies is doing well. She's like, come on, man. You really believe that, dog? You really believe? Like, she called him out like, and you trust him, man? Like, come on, man. You crazy to even trust Douda to think that there's a New York chapter of Smokies, dog. Like, you are that gullible. So when Alicia was like, yo, I'm going to put a full security detail on you, I was like, oh, shoot. She ain't no joke for real. She got a full security detail? Okay, Alicia. Okay, she ain't no joke. Well, I look forward to being served. You know what I'm saying? Have your books right. I'm going to come over and eat some stuff. Oh, we got the short rib. I don't eat meat. Oh, well, we got the vegan. Oh, you pretty smart there. Okay. Like, Emmett just really showed how he don't know nothing. Like, he don't know nothing about nothing. I could take you out if I want to. I could take a person. I know you can. You don't got nothing. You don't got it in. You get out of here.
He don't have no heart like
You know
that.
what I mean? Yeah.
It was just everything from him being driven to him being escorted up there, from him to groveling and begging for this lady to asking him or telling him, why do you want to be under anybody's thumb? Again, a warning.
Yeah, that part.
It's easy with Douda, baby. You ain't seen me yet. That was all I needed to hear from Lady Alicia. And I would have I hate that we're seeing this from a black man. Like, I don't want to see you grovel on your belly to anybody, Emmett. I want you to be creative and find another way. But listen, he did what he felt like he needed to do. Yeah. And now he's going to be under her thumb. And I think it's going to be worse than Douda.
And I was going to say that I really didn't like how he basically was emasculated in this moment right here. I didn't like that at all. That he was basically turned into like a little child. You know what I mean? So while I'm like, yeah, he ain't know nothing, it's like, really? Like, you got you that low, you have no other choice that you got to be like, okay, well, I'll lick the bottom of your shoe if you want me to. Like, come on, bro. Like, it ain't that bad. You know what I mean? Like, you bugging. Yeah.
He says Alicia likes that young tender meat. I was like, is she gonna make him perform in the bed too? The way she was and sniffing all around his back. I'm like, girl, stop stalking your prey. Tiffany TV says Shad gave her, Lord have mercy.
That's what I said.
Oh my God. But we didn't pat down his legs though. You know what?
He's bad. He's not really good at this show at all.
Alicia should be mad at Emmett the way he got Smokies from Sonny, Alicia's brother.
You keep bringing that up, but you know, we haven't seen yet that Sonny is Alicia's brother either. We know Q's her brother, but I don't see anything saying that Sonny was her brother. But anyway, okay.
LSW says a thin line between love and hate.
Yes, yes.
What happened to the security detail at the hospital? I guess they wasn't hired yet. They wasn't on payroll till the next business
day.
Jermaine says, who is Alicia's full security? It must be Rashad. Listen, because that's all I've seen. And if you could hire full security for him, why are you using Shad? Emmett isn't as smart as Tariq. No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. Don't even have the same outlook. DeMarcus says, Alicia trying to sound like Big Meech. Why you can't be your own person, Emmett? Listen, Emmett said he's got the gift of gab. I mean,
that's all he got.
Teflon Twan says looking like Blake.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. TP says Sonny and Q are brothers. Alicia got to be related too, unless they're siblings, right? And have that parent in common.
Or it was like, yeah, we brothers, but you know how we say, how people grow up together and they be like, yo, that's my brother right there, but they're not really brothers. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah,
you might be right.
So now we're back to Bakari, honey, and he's meeting Professor Gardner and proceeding to do everything everyone's told him not to do, right? But on a notes app in his phone because he doesn't have a laptop. So now the mission is to get this laptop. He steals some kind of card. Douda's freaked out. Who are you? Announce yourself. And he's like, it's just me, man. And Bakari's like, can I get an advance on my allowance? You get what I give you when I give it.
It's good. He's so good.
I'm trying,
He is a good man. Y'all need to give it up. Okay. Who's there? Nah. Okay. So, why? Just why? Why? Your sister already warned you. You said, okay. Yeah, I shouldn't do it. What are you doing, bro?
Proceeded to do it.
And you don't know how to use a period? Like, it's that bad. You was on the street that long. Dang, man. Like, you really need this education. Okay, educate him. I'm going to text you everything. Bro, don't text me. Email me. Like, yo, dang. Like, he really, yo, I feel sorry for him. But at the same time, I don't. You got the warning. What are you doing? We don't need paper trail. Okay. And then you go, come on, man. I don't like it. I don't like where it's going. Because it's going down a path that we talked about we didn't want. You know that.
Told y'all. Tried to told you. Yeah,
that's
what I said.
Yeah. It's going down this path. And we kind of know where it's going. Who is it? That he was like, who is it? Who is it? Who's there?
Hold on, Jay. Say it one more time.
Who is it? Who's there? Oh, go. Yo, he was toasted. Done. But him giving up his own sister was terrible. Oh, so you can write your book? What? Get up out of here. I'll give it to you when I give it to you. I was like, oh man. Now he knows that his sister was told Douda something. So yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Latoya says the fact that Bakari said allowance. Yeah.
That's his dad.
Yeah.
That's what Douda wants. These are all my children, my little guys, as Alicia calls them.
Go to counseling and let it out there. Listen.
Right.
And sometimes they won't even be bound by it if it's a crime, but let's see. Lillian says they act like Bakari deep in the streets, but he's still asking for an allowance. How? And I think that that's a great example of what happens when these young babies are put or not put, but are introduced to that life. They're still very simple-minded, right?
He's
they
a kid.
Money, they're doing things, but they're still babies at the end of the day.
Yeah. He's a kid. He's still a kid. He got to be what? 17, 18 years old?
17, 18. Yeah. He's still a baby. Duda about to be looking like Eddie Kane Jr. He's on the verge. We're going to get to it. Lene or Britney could get in the crossfire for Bakari. I'd rather Britney than Lene. I need Lene to live a long, happy life and not be in the mix. And what'd you think of that invitation? Because I don't have a slide, but what'd you think about Lene's thought? Like, hey, you know, you don't need to work for them anymore. Maybe if you stop working for Douda, I can convince mom to let you stay here. What'd you think of that?
That was a great dream.
Never gonna happen.
It's a great dream. It's a great idea. Listen, Lene has been amazing. All right. I cannot knock her. She got him into the class, got him tutored. You know what I'm saying? She's really trying to pour into Bakari. So I love Lene for coming up with all this good stuff. Oh, yeah.
She's definitely a positive force in his life. Now, we get back to the shop, okay? And there's a package for Douda waiting there with a bow, a ribbon and a bow, okay? And he's like, Zay, open that. And he said, Douda, you never have me open your mail, man. Just open it. And Douda way on the other side of the room. I said, Douda living scared. He living. You can tell he been living bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so they open it up, honey, and it's a white tie. He said, this will look good on you in that casket. Ooh. Baby, what?
Oh, my God.
What did you think of that, Jay?
Man, that was warning shots. Like, your boy's super shook. First, he's stressed, he's bugging, but he when he saw that box, he was like, and he like went to the back of the room almost. You open it up. I don't want to open it up. You open it up. No, you open it up. No, you open it up. No, you open it up. Okay. All right. Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like comedy. You do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. So the white tie, I was like, oh, family, who do you think that's from? Ashley, who do you think that's from?
I think that's Alicia. Alicia knows the situation, but she may have had Bianca send it. But that's definitely Alicia's doing, especially now it's confirmed. Douda's got a hit out on her. Oh, yeah. It's war in the city. It's going to be war.
This is a nice touch. Yes.
In the city.
Yeah. This was dope.
It was kind of poetical. I kind of liked it.
Poetical. Yes.
Kind of poetical. I like
poetical.
Okay. Now, in this moment, listen.
I can't believe you caught. I was looking at why he looking like that.
And you see her face too. She like, okay. So in this moment, I will say I had a revelation. I said, because at first I was like, Zay just playing on this girl top. He's trying to get with her so he can get close to the family and do that. And while I think that's still very true, he liked Kenya. Something about her he like. It's vibe. It's something. Cause that was the look she walked away. You see that?
Cause she a ghetto PK kid. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Like
he like her a little bit. As much as he can like somebody.
He does, but you got shout out to your girl, man. She got the craziest pics of this guy's face. Look at his face. Like, how you catch these pictures? Like, he like what?
It's a gift.
Yo, I think she knows not to mess with him, but because he's a bad boy, she's messing with him. It's weird. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Yeah. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's still danger, right? He's like, I'm not too much into that. Give all your money to the church house thing. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm going to keep mine. But, I'm watching. And she's like, don't you steal cars for a living? And he's like, yeah, but it's work.
He says a job is a job. That's what he said. She was like, boy, bye.
Now, TP, I object to this. Seeing how I am one of those, and I don't think that's true. I don't subscribe to that notion. I don't know. DeMarcus, Zay is working.
You don't subscribe to that notion. With that, I forgot my special effects. If I would have had my special effects, it would have worked. You don't subscribe, huh? Okay.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my God.
So Zay's already a double agent, DeMarcus says. Okay. I think so too. I think he accepted Alicia's offer. And I think he's making moves strategically, maybe based on some of her instructions. Kenya needs to stop talking to Roddy Rich.
Roddy Rich. That's funny. You like Roddy Rich?
Tiffany TV said Alicia wrote his government name on the tag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But she ready for him to go, and he need to go. Alicia smooth like that. Yep. Mm-hmm. I agree. Alicia sent it because it said Otis, not Douda. So it's old school. Right. Listen, that means it's real.
That means I know you, boy.
I know ya. Oh, the downfall of Victor, aka Trig J. This was a little heartbreaking for me. I was like, soon as a black man get in a seat of power.
Oh, all right, sister. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead, teach him.
They try to take him down, Jay. No,
the black shirt on too. Oh shoot.
I can't, and I want to feel extremely bad. And again, they humanized Trig for us. They made him likable. He's the dadgum alderman now, right? However, I ain't gonna forget Trig in the all black. Never, because he was crucial when he came on the scene, and he has some stuff to pay for. Jay, what are your thoughts on the threat from Douda? Give me these permits. Are you going to jail? My thing is, you're going to jail anyway, Trig. So why alienate the people? So you vote, you alienate all of your constituency. They're upset. You know what I mean? They're rallying outside. Oh girl, Tony Childs comes to see you. Thank you for the permit, baby. Grabbing your hand like she want a piece. And I'm thinking, Trig don't want that, sis coot nanny. He don't want that. Okay. And then Trig is like, well, what do you want me to do, man? I can't get forward for getting pushed back. Then he talks to Shad, man, I got a salaried position for you. And Shad is like, well, how much you pay? And he like, well, man, how many offers you got? I'm Alicia's head of security. And then next thing we know, the people coming, clink, clink. What you think, Jay?
You're doing so awesome with these sound effects, and it's amazing. Just shout out to Ashley. Where do we begin? We knew that this was going to happen, right? We knew it was going to happen. We knew he was about to go down. We knew the feds was going to lock him up.
Locked up.
I think Bianca doing what she's doing and making the move that she's making was a smart move for her at the time before he got locked up, right? Because now that Douda knows it's a transactional, thing, she can't ask him for another favor at this point.
Mm-mm.
So she got to go directly to the source and rub on his hand. But, forgive me for saying this, but he wants the poontang that don't bleed. Oh, Lord. Did I say that?
Yeah, you said it. You said it.
Oh my God.
All right. Forgive me. So anyway,
I wouldn't even tell nobody that.
I wouldn't tell nobody that either. You know what I'm saying? Ricky James. So we knew that this was going down. This last look right here, though, the one in the middle. All this tells me is that I'm about to snitch. That's all it's telling me. I'm about to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. I am not going down for no Douda. But I want to know from everybody, do you think he's going to snitch or is he going to follow the codes of the street? Because we know that he is still connected to the street. Is he going to snitch on Douda or is he going to be like, I ain't snitching on nobody. I'm going to take the bid. I'm going to do.
I'm going to say, because he's now kind of reformed slightly, right? He has a different modus operandi. I would say that he would, just to get Douda out of the fray. You know what I'm saying? He might. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, who's really going to be advocating for him? Who's really going to be working to prove his innocence? Like
Alonzo.
Okay, but who else? And what's really his vested interest? Because Tree can't afford to pay him like that, can he?
Well, I mean, if this is the takedown Douda, because we know that's the whole purpose, right? We established that last episode, right? We established that, Alonzo knows that Alicia wants Douda gone because Douda took out Q. So they're all on the same page to take out Douda. He got caught up, and we knew this was going to happen because Alonzo said, listen, you going to get caught up. If they can't prove Douda was the one, you're going to get caught up and sent up for the rest of your life. So they are all on the same page to get Douda. That's why Trig has to snitch, or Trig has to just tell him. He has to. He has to. What other choice does he have? Unless Douda gets taken out by Alicia.
Yeah, not in my mind.
But if he does,
taken out, that'll ruin his chances, won't it? That'll leave any leverage Victor has.
That's right. If Douda gets taken out, you can't prove it on a dead person, right? Unless you got evidence, like somebody saw them from afar. It's like, yeah, I saw them, and I saw Douda shoot into the trunk, and Trig didn't do that. Unless he has like an eyewitness. If Douda is gone,
who was there? Nuck? Was Nuck there?
Nah, I don't think so. It was just them two.
Because I thought Nuck was there one time when they got him and was like, man, Douda said, come on. Douda said, come on, you got to come. And I thought they went together, but maybe
I got to run it back. You
might
be right. You might be right. You might be right. But I don't think he was with them. I think Douda drove off with Victor by themselves.
Okay. It might have been. I'll have to read it.
Yeah, but I don't even think, even if Nuck was there, I don't think Nuck would freaking testify. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna testify against my boss. No.
Maybe it's his opportunity to get free, but we'll see how this all plays out. Tiffany TV says, Jay, I'm a PK too, and you know me, so I don't know what that means. That sounds like an inside.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
That's what it says. Ooh, Victor is fine. And is. That's a good looking man. Rob will have to testify for Victor to get off for the unaliving of Quentin. Okay. As soon as Victor refunds the police, he gets arrested at the
good point.
The irony, Tremaine.
So good.
Rashad and Victor together in a scene reminded me of Johnny Gill and young Michael.
DeMarcus.
Courtney says Luke James is one of the best actors who could play this role of Trig from The Chi. I am proud of Luke James. He is becoming quite the actor. And I wish the show gave him more range, but we'll do him in other stuff, I'm sure.
There's too many characters. That's why he's not being expanded the way, to spread his wings like he did in Them, because Them, he killed it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I believed him. Tiki tiki ta. Okay. Judge Edward could help Victor and Alonso. Okay. They trying to break my boo down. They are, friend. Trig better sing like a bird, like a canary.
Tweet.
Question: the two guys working for Victor, how do they have this information? Well, one is the campaign manager, right? And Alonso just seems to be aware and up on all of the goings on because he's a criminal, like I guess an elite criminal defense attorney from what they're making it seem like.
He gets people off. Pause.
DeMarcus.
Pause. No Diddy.
DeMarcus says Judge Edwards and Alonso could help Victor. Okay. Okay, Tremaine, will Alicia help Victor out of his arrest because she knows powerful people like judges? Hey, if he's willing to scratch her back, I'm sure she would do her big one to try to help him.
She just got to work with Alonso on that, though.
Yeah. Which could be problematic due to their history, but we'll see. Trig is going to inform Douda to set himself free. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm out. Okay. Bye, Courtney. Thanks for being here. Victor told Rob that Douda unalived Quentin. Okay. Douda and all his people going down. Oh, yep. Except for Bakari. Leave Bakari out of this. Leave my baby Bakari out of this. All right. All right, guys. All right. So we had a poll at the beginning. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, guys.
Yeah.
Let's see where the poll is at. Let's see what everybody said. Okay, with 59% of the vote, 59% of the vote, Alicia is going to reign victorious over Douda. What you think, Jay? What you think of that? What you think of that?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'll just cut the audience off. I could agree with that. Yeah. I mean, that's where it's going. For those who watch the Shy T, right, their after talk, and they show like the new directors and stuff like that. We know that's where it's going. Plus, we see how your boy is just going down. Douda's just going down, like emotionally, mentally, like psychologically. He's just like totally going down. So, yeah. And she's rising at this point. So you see it happening before our eyes. That's why this was like really a 6 to me. I know you said a 5. It was just informative. We kind of knew what was going to happen. Yeah.
It was just very mid. Nothing impactful. But what I will say is I was going through all the pics and making the slides. I will say the cinematography is beautiful. Whoever is getting these shots and editing them and color grading and doing all of that stuff behind the scenes in post, it's amazing. The shot is so aesthetically pleasing and appealing just to look at. Like, it's beautiful.
I agree. I wish we had, once again, the amazing picture of Shad's Shaft jacket that, was very,
from the
1980s. And shout out to Darnell because he said, yo, man, you need to check that jacket because it might be some white stuff up in there. You know what I'm saying? Check that jacket from the 1980s.
LSW says women will be taking over.
That's what they said.
Over. DeAndre could help Quincy also. Okay. Douda is unhinged like Franklin Saint in Snowfall.
He's going in that direction, definitely.
Streets need a body in the shot. Jay, anything I didn't have slides for that we didn't talk about that you wanted to cover from this episode? And then I'll give you the floor to let the people know what you.
I think you covered everything.
Okay, I covered what stood out to me. You know what I mean? But let's give Jay the floor, y'all. Stay tuned. Let's see what he has going on.
Family, thank you for joining us today. It's been amazing. Listen, we got Power Book 2 Ghosts coming up this Friday. Listen, I just dropped mad exclusive sneak peeks from the first episode and from the season. Check out those videos, all right? We got your boy, Kane, messing around with Noma. Crazy. We got Effie and Tariq talking and all of this and that. Listen, check out my videos. Thank you to everybody for checking it out and running up the numbers. All right. So check out those character breakdowns, the sneak peeks. We're getting ready. We're getting charged up. We're going to do final predictions for the first episode of Power Book 2 Ghosts this coming Monday. We're going to do it this coming Monday. Y'all know what time it is, right? Y'all know what time. Just tune in. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Hit it all. All right, we're gonna make it happen. And then, you know, I'll be covering also, we're doing final predictions for the shot this coming Monday too for the next episode as well. And then I'll be hosting this Saturday, the next Saturday. Yeah. Episode 13, right? Episode 13. Right. So look out for all of that. I'm probably gonna do my first reaction to episode 1 of Power Book 2 Ghosts. So look out for that too. I'm probably gonna go live with that. Of course, Ashley, if you're up, because you know I'm on West Coast time, you on East Coast. If you are up, you are more than welcome to join me as we go into that. And then, she's gonna be covering the first episode of season 4 next week. Well, I'll let you tell it. But yes, we're excited because we're gonna be doing a whole lot of double headers. Get ready for that, family. This summer's gonna be crazy. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and tune in with us. All right, family. Thank you very much for rocking with us. VKJ, back to you.
Yeah, don't forget doubleheader Monday night. Jay's not giving it the shine that it needs to be given because he's going to put in a lot of work. He's hosting Monday night. You know, he always hosts the final predictions, and we are going to be talking Power Book 2 Ghosts and The Shy. This is going to be an epic night. I cannot wait for Monday.
Yeah. Ain't gonna be that much work, but yes. Because you know, I already got all the picks ready. You know, I got it already ready because I'm excited. It's gonna be crazy. And then we only get hold on, real quick. We only getting 5 episodes. You know that, right? We only getting 5 episodes of Power Book 2 Ghosts, and then they have a Power 10 University, the 10th anniversary of Power summer events going on Stars. So we're going to be covering that too. So there's going to be a whole lot of stuff this summer. Y'all got to get ready. It's going to be crazy. Tune in, subscribe, tell a friend, tell everybody, subscribe, VKJ TV, My Sweet Perspective. We're going to be locking in. So lock in with us. For real. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, he had to get that out. Y'all see, he got it in his heart. He feels good about it. He's so excited. I'm excited with you, Jay. But tonight, guys, on my channel, I will be uploading immediately after this, the Never Ever Mets episode 7, honey, a mess. And then Monday night, of course, I'll be right here with Jay. And then Tuesday night, do not forget me, Kay Bly over at The Fifth Wall, and Tyra over at Struggle Reviews TV. We'll be hosting Interview with a Vampire like we do every single Tuesday night, okay? And then, we'll be back, and I'll actually be doing my own season 4 fun stuff for Ghost. So keep an eye out for those uploads. They will be coming very, very, very soon. But y'all, thank you so much for rocking with us. Y'all in the chat make it lit every single time. We have so much fun, and we appreciate your engagement. We couldn't do it without you. And guys, that's all I got. And we will see y'all in the next video.